So I'm going to do a little review on the 10K Imanishi stone here. I've just finished up this yanagi on the Nanawa 2K Green Brick of Joy. As you can see, I was able to hold a nice contrast at the top, and it's got a pretty deep polish all the way through right in there. So I decided to go to this stone because the steel's a little softer and it's developing a lot of burr, and the edge just isn't feeling very good at a lower grit. I would have stopped at the green brick with this one, but I feel it needs a little higher polish to get the most out of the edge, even though it is a cheaper yanagi. So the reason I'm using this stone is because it polishes well and it polishes fast, and I'm just going to be using it on the hard metal here. So I'm going to start by working on the back side, making sure the polish is good there, because if the polish isn't very good on the back side, then your edge isn't going to be very sharp in the end. With most normal sharpening, the stone loads quite a bit, but when you're sharpening yanagi like this, it tends to not load that much. You might see a little bit of that when we're sharpening the hard metal here. So to get to just the hard metal and not disrupt the cladding polish that I have going on right now, I'm going to tilt it up just a little bit and keep my finger pressure low. And this loading that you see happening on the stone is actually helping develop the polish. Okay, so you might be able to see the polish of the edge is starting to increase. And we're going to work to get just a nice mirror polish on that blade. It's probably not going to pull out all the scratches because 2K to 10K is a pretty big jump, but the Nanawa 2K Green Brick does refine itself quite well. So although it might not be a perfect 10K polish, it'll be close enough to give it the performance it needs. Things are really coming along. You can probably see there's just a lot of polish there. There's still some spots that we need to work on, but as you notice, the slurry is pretty thick, and you can even see some rusting going on because it is a carbon blade, which is perfectly normal. Back side, you see how large the bevel is back there, and the small hollow grind that's there. It's just the knife wasn't very deeply hollow ground back here, so you get a very large sharpened area around the edge. Alright, so even though the stone is rated at 10K, because of its polishing characteristics, it can seem like it goes a lot higher. And the edge is almost perfect coming off the stone. You can get it pretty burr-free and right to the point where you can almost not see any more scratch patterns. Not really going to be the case here, but it'll look very mirrored in the end. I'm going to go ahead and set my micro bevel. I find that if you don't put a micro bevel on, in most cases the edge will roll too easily, and I don't really like to put a convex grind on the front of the blade, because then that makes it difficult to actually sharpen it quickly, and over time it can make the edge very thick. So to keep the edge thin, I like to make sure the front side is flat as can be on the hard metal, because when you sharpen on the front, you sharpen hard metal and soft metal. So instead of rolling it all together, it's just kind of two slight angles and then a micro bevel at the end, so you get a much thinner geometry to the edge, but it's also supported by that micro bevel. Just going really light here. Hopefully that gives you a decent view of the polish that's on there. Just gonna try and get the burr off a little bit. There's just a little remnants of burr still left on the edge. And then to kind of test the edge at the end, I'll cut some newsprint with it, like so. I'll see if that rolled the edge at all. That kind of felt like it damaged it right there, so we need to strengthen it up just a little more. Back to the newsprint cut. I don't know how good I am at doing it right-handed, but not very good on my account. Put it in the water and everything, but it's showing a burr. I think we have it there. And it feels real nice. It's keeping a consistent cut. And very effortless going through the paper. And there's no edge damage that I can feel. No burring. Edge looks very polished. And it's ready to go. So there you have it. Imanishi 10K. This stone is one of the cheapest 10Ks I've seen, but it actually works very well. And as you see, it not too bad with the yanagi. Thanks for watching.